Open up the Can Animate app on your iPad and click on the plus in the top right corner to open a new project. Then click on Settings icon in the top right corner and then change the project name. Leave the aspect ratio at 16:9, which will fit most widescreens and be good for YouTube. And you can then amend the playback speed and change the frames per second. You can choose anything from 12 to 25 to get a good quality recording. After you've done that, click on the camera settings in the bottom left corner. If you're working in the classroom with the window blinds open, you might want to set the exposure and the white balance to locked, and then if the sun comes out or goes away, then it won't affect the light on the scene. You can leave the focus mode as continuous, but you might need to just leave the camera some time just to adjust if you introduce new characters onto the scene. When you're happy with those settings, just click on the screen and then click on the back arrow in the top left corner. And now you're ready to start recording. So to take a photograph, you press the red circle on the right side of the screen. Always start by taking 10 shots just to set the scene, and that will allow some space if you need to fade in or fade out between different scenes. And then after that, take 2 shots and then make a small movement of your objects, and then take another 2 shots and then continue that. You'll notice every time when you move an object, you see a little faded outline of where the object, where its previous position was, and that's called an onion skin effect. If you make a mistake and need to delete a slide, then what you can do is just click on the slide and then bring up a pop-up menu, and then you've got the waste bin to delete, and you can also drag and rearrange slides if needed as well. Stop motion animation is time consuming, but the best results will be achieved by making small movements between each shot. If the children are working in groups, then you can have somebody who is taking the photographs, somebody who's directing, and somebody who is moving the characters or the objects on screen. The person who's taking the pictures needs to make sure that all fingers are out of the scene before they take the pictures. It would be a good idea just to spend 5 minutes doing a practice shoot, just to see the quality of your animation. The more characters you introduce into your film, then the longer the process will be, as you will need to move each between each shot, and make sure that they appear from the sides. Okay, we're going to just speed up the video playback now and just skip through towards the end of the recording. Because stop motion animation is time consuming, it's always a good idea to break down your recordings into different scenes. Then if you make a mistake, it means you don't have to record the whole movie again, you could just re-record that scene. This also gives you the opportunity to change the backdrops and the layout of the different scenes, change your characters, and give the children the opportunity to try out different roles within the team. Okay, nearly done. When you get to the end of the scene, just like at the beginning, you should finish with 10 shots. Just gives you a little bit of leeway if you need to fade in or fade out to the next scene or to the credits. You can use the play button on the right side of the screen just to play back your animation in real time. When you're done, you can click on the film roll icon in the top left corner of the screen and return to the main menu and gallery view. To export your video from Can Animate so that you can use it in other apps, click on the share button at the bottom of the screen and select export to camera roll. Your choices there are different qualities. If you want to export in HD, choose 720 or 1080. Depending on how much space you've got on your iPad, if possible, export at 1080. You'll see a message on screen when the movie has been exported, and you'll be able to check your camera roll and see that video saved in with your photos. You could then click on Add to add a new project and record your second scene in the same way. Or you could open up your saved video in iMovie and you could add a title scene and credits to it and music and sound effects.